Hello, it's Simon here from Confidence Wills, and I'm just about to publish an article entitled "What Decisions Can an LPA Make?" By which I mean, what decisions can an attorney appointed under a lasting power of attorney make? Now, at the highest level, attorneys have far-reaching powers, but these are constrained. Now, those constraints derive really from three factors. The first of those is the document itself, so the nature of the power of attorney. There might be instructions and limitations in those documents, such as an attorney might be required to seek financial advice on certain issues. So that limits the decision making of the power of attorney in that sort of narrow area. Secondly, there are constraints placed on the decision-making power of an attorney by law. There are some things an attorney just can't do on the part of a donor. So, for instance, an attorney can't change the will of a donor or step into a trustee role on the part of a donor. And them's the rules, essentially. Finally, there are areas in which the functions, the obligations and responsibilities of an attorney simply bump into those of others. So a couple of examples of those might be, let's say an attorney wants to refuse a certain treatment, but the GP of the donor disagrees with that. Now, the GP is required to act in the interests of the donor as well, of course. Now, in practice, the attorney would be well advised to take seriously the position of the GP, because the GP might apply to the Court of Protection to reverse the attorney's position, and in the interim, while that application is made, any treatment will be ongoing. So, the de facto sort of position is that the attorney's decision has been pushed back. Another situation in which that might arise is, let's say somebody has two lasting powers of attorney in place for property and finance. This happens quite a lot where people are, for instance, directors, and that's because when somebody is doing the job of a director, they're required to act in the interests of the company and potentially not in their own personal interests. So two attorneys might well bump into each other when trying to work out what to do financially for an attorney when they have different obligations and liabilities, as it were. So I've not gone into a huge amount of detail on this short video, and that's because this is a pretty dense area. Now, lasting powers of attorney can polarize quality of life in later life, and I've seen people struggle without them. The fact that you're investigating this is great. I urge you to continue taking action now, because the length of time to get these in place as a consequence of COVID is only getting longer. You're welcome to call our client advice team on the number which you can see at the bottom of this article, or there's a little link to click as well. You can subscribe to our blogs or subscribe to these videos as well. But I hope to hear from you soon, and I can't encourage you enough to at least look seriously at getting a lasting power of attorney in place.